Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ. And make sure you hit that like button. We are now headed on the road to Las Vegas after that loss versus Wyoming, and UNLV might be kind of the same mold. They have an all-around offense. You can see they're one of the best teams passing and running the ball, mostly running the ball, and then they have a pretty good defense as well. And if you look at their schedule, they've lost versus Fresno State and Arizona. I mean, two tough teams they lost to. So they've been taking care of business versus the teams they're supposed to beat. So this is definitely going to be a tough game for us. So one change we are making going into this game, it's going to be moving Trey Webb, our impact safety, over to nickel corner when we're in the nickel package and the dime package, because we are having trouble stopping slot receivers and we're giving up way too many yards through the air. But, you know, one thing we do have to watch out for is senior Lexington Thomas, and he is a running back. He's got good size, got good speed. He's going to be tough to stop, and that's the kind of the scheme of this offense for UNLV. They try to run you to death, and then the pass is just the plus added to their offensive scheme. So here we are to start out this game. UNLV does start out with the ball, giving the ball to Armani Rogers that time. He's taking it himself, actually, scrambling up the middle. So now on a 2nd and 7, here's Lexington Thomas getting involved in the passing game, and that's a first down. So now on a 1st and 10, here is Rogers under center, dropping back, throwing out to Godfrey this time, and that's his tight end or his fullback, and he picks up 6 yards on that one. So now facing a 3rd and 4. Here's Rogers under center. He's going to throw out to the right side, and there's his leading receiver, Keys. He's going to take this one all the way for the touchdown. And like I said, this has just been the weakness of the defense. The San Jose State defense needs a good secondary if we're going to stop the run. And we just can't do either right now, as Wyoming kind of gassed us in the second half. And also, they just ran the ball to death with these 3 to 4 yard gains, and it kind of wore us down. So we don't want that to happen in this game at all. But UNLV takes a 7-0 lead as we get Francois Sims III involved in the passing game that time. So now here's Ty Cottrell getting the 12-yard reception across the middle. The senior is definitely going to be hard to replace come next season. I think this offense is going to look kind of totally different. So here's Ty Cottrell across the middle, this time getting open, and he just uses that speed and gets open for 17 yards on that one. So now 1st and 10, running the screen pass out to the right side, and here is Malik Roberson, the senior. So many seniors on this offense. He gets a gain of 8. So now we do eventually get the first. So now at the 12-yard line, 1st and 10, throwing out to Ty Cottrell again, and that's 8 yards as he's got 3 early catches. So here on the jet sweep, he's getting the ball this time and getting into the end zone to the right side, and that's what you have to do. And I kind of think of him as kind of a Tyreek Hill type of mold. I mean, I can get him the ball in any type of ways in this offense, and I think that he's just going to be super hard to replace. We don't have many speed guys, but he's definitely one of them right now. So here on the next possession, you see Owen Roberts getting the sack that time on the screen pass, and they attempt to go for it once again here on a 3rd and 22, and here is a stop by the San Jose State defense, and that's what we got to do. We got to get pass rush because, you know, you see they were caught in a predicament where it was 3rd and 22. We need to get those 3rd and long conversion downs instead of these 3rd and shorts that we kind of got killed with versus Wyoming, and we got to kind of get that pass rush going, and that's going to be huge come recruiting. So now here's Malik Roberson getting a carry up the middle, and we haven't had a 100-yard rushing game so far this year, and that's kind of a weakness of ours as well. As here is Bailey Gaither getting the 12-yard reception on the outside, and he's just been Mr. Steady for this offense. So now on a 2nd and 4, here is Roberson up the middle, and he gets inside about the 12-yard line, and that's a gain of 6. So now facing a 2nd and 8, here's Montel Aaron throwing across the middle, and that's the senior Justin Holmes who's filling in the slot sometimes when Ty Cottrell comes out, and he gets a gain of 7. So now on a 3rd and 1, here is a handoff up the middle, and Malik Roberson gets in for the 2-yard run, and that's 2 drives and 2 touchdowns for San Jose State. So here comes UNLV back on the next drive, and there's Armani Rogers throwing a screen pass. His receiver was not ready for that, and they lose 4. So now in a 2nd and 14, here's Lexington Thomas getting to the outside, using a stiff arm, and he's making his way up to the 3rd and 3 conversion here at the 35-yard line. So now here is Thomas getting the handoff to the right side, and there is Ethan Aguayo, the junior linebacker. That's actually Jesse Ozuna, the junior linebacker, and he gets in for the stop. So now we do get the punt here as can we make it 3 drives, 3 touchdowns to start this game, as here we're now into the 2nd quarter, and Ty Cottrell getting another jet sweep and another 1st down for 5. So now 1st and 10. Here's Montel Aaron rolling out to the right side. This time going to try to get rid of it, but he's going to get sacked, and that's a loss of 10 by Jameer Outsey. So now 2nd and 20. Here is Aaron from the shotgun. This time going to find an open man, and that's Josh Oliver, the tight end, for about a 16-yard gain. So now 3rd and 4. Here is Bailey Gaither, and like I said, Mr. Reliable in this offense. He's just there doing whatever he needs to do to win games for this team. So here's Montel Aaron out on the next play on a broken play, actually getting 4 yards. So now play action fake on a 2nd and 6. Rolling out to the right side, and there's Francois Sims the second, using his stiff arm and getting 15 yards on that. I don't know how he fought his way forward, but he did. But that's a 1st down at the 15. So now on a 1st and 10. Here's Montel Aaron scrambling up the middle. He's going to pick up about a gain of 12. And now we move it inside the 5 as we hand the ball off to Malik Roberson. And that's going to be a 4-yard touchdown run up the middle. And it's now 3 drives, 3 touchdowns for San Jose State. If we could come up with one more stop, this could get ugly. So here is Lexington Thomas on the reception on the next drive and losing 2. And there he is, Trey Webb playing in that nickel position there. So now 3rd and 12. Here is Armani Rogers throwing across the middle. He's going to find Woods Jr., and that's almost an interception. Take a look at how close that was. Wow, Ethan Aguayo is there, and then Jesse Ozuna just gets a mean stiff arm, and that's a 1st down. So now here's Armani Rogers from under center this time, scrambling out, running over a defender, and finally getting chased down by Isaac Tagia as he moves the ball 24 yards up the field. So here's Lexington Thomas on a 2nd and 3, getting the handout to the left side, and they haven't had many big plays so far, but just a lot of small chunks. It's pretty much making these drives really, really long as they get another 5-yard carry by Thomas up the middle that time. So now facing a 3rd and 1. This time pitch out to Williams, and Williams is going to get to the outside break, 2 tackles, get upfield, and he's going to get pushed out at the 3-yard line. So now here on a 1st and goal, here is Rogers facing some pressure because he's going to find Makai Stevenson for the 2-yard reception. And he's only 6 for 8 so far in this game for 98 yards, but he's got 2 touchdowns. And they are just killing us so far with this run game, as it's now only a 7-point lead. So now here's Tyler Nevins getting the carry up the middle this time. Play action fake, and that's Roberson in the backfield this time, but finding Billy Humphreys, the backup sophomore tight end, and he picks up 12 on that one. So now 2nd and 5, a minute and a half left in this first half. Here's Aaron rolling out to the right, throwing that way, and that's Bailey Gaither keeping his feet in bounds, as that's a big 1st down. So now 40 seconds left in this half. Here's Tyler Nevins, 8 yards up the middle as we get set up inside the 5. So now 1st and goal, handing the ball off to Tyler Nevins, and that is a 3-yard touchdown run. As wow, 4 drives, 4 touchdowns in this first half. You couldn't ask for better from this offense. So now they have 3 timeouts left and under about 20 seconds left in the half. And here's Darren Woods getting the reception. This has been a weakness of ours so far in this dynasty, giving up points right before half. And here's Woods Jr. getting another big reception, and that's 32 yards as they now get set up at the 25 with a field goal of about 45 yards. And that one is knocked through as they actually make this an 11-point game going into halftime. So now to start the second half, here is San Jose State. We are starting out with the ball here, facing a 2nd and 9 early, and we kind of missed a wide open guy on the sideline that time. I believe that was Ty Cottrell or Trey Walker on that, and we don't find him on that. But on a 3rd and 5, throwing the ball across to the left side, and that's Bailey Gaither, 15 yards, as he's at 65 yards, 5 receptions. I mean, I just love Bailey Gaither. He's coming back from one more year. We got him for one more year. He is a junior, and he gets the first down on that one. So here's Malik Roberson on the 9-yard carry up the middle, and he's having a pretty good day so far, so we're going to reward him, giving the ball back to him on a 3rd and 1, and we barely pick up the first 2 yards on that carry. So now facing a 1st and 10. Here's Montel Aaron throwing out to the right side. This time Josh Oliver makes a move, and he gets upfield and gets 26 yards to the 15-yard line, as he is a mobile tight end. And this is why I'm actually really excited for Matt Pollard and seeing what he can do possibly at tight end, as we are actually pretty close to having him commit to San Jose State. So now on a 2nd and 5, throwing the ball to the right side, and that's Malik Roberson lining up at receiver and getting the catch and the touchdown. And Montel Aaron, he's actually been really accurate, 17 for 20 to start this game, and he makes it a 35-17 lead here in the 3rd quarter. That's a nice way to start the second half. So now here is Lexington Thomas getting the handoff to the left side, and he's picking up a gain of about 12 on that, and that is a 1st down. So now past the 50-yard line, Armani Rogers giving the ball off to Thomas once again, but he's going to be stopped by Dakari Monroe in the backfield, the cornerback coming up for the tackle. So now on a 2nd and 14, trying Dakari Monroe again, and that's good coverage by the senior. So now 3rd and 14. Here's Rogers throwing a screen pass out to Williams, and he's going to get a couple blocks. He's going to make his way up the sideline and somehow gets the 1st down. Wow, we have this screen pass stopped. 3 defenders in the area, somehow avoids one, gets a block from another, and gets upfield, and that is a 1st down. So now here on a 2nd and 9. 2.5 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. Here is Rogers, play action fake, throwing out to his tight end this time, Fualu, and he's picking up 13 yards. So now here on a 2nd and goal inside the 5-yard line. Here's Lexington Thomas getting the handoff and breaking 2 tackles, and he's in for the touchdown. And this is definitely our weakness. I would say just stopping the run. We can never get any negative plays from our defense. It's always being pushed forward as we come back out on the kickoff. And there's Ty Cottrell. He almost returns that one, but he gets tripped up by his shoelaces. So now on a 1st and 10, thrown out to the right side, and that's going to be picked off by Austri. We tried to go big on that play, and that turned out to be a mistake, as UNLV now back in this game, down by 11 and possession. So now here's Armani Rogers scrambling out and picking up about a gain of 14 as he moves this ball closer to the 50-yard line. So now over a minute left in this 3rd quarter, throwing the ball out to the right side, and there's Sheriff. He gets positioning, and almost Bobby Brown tries to make a play on it, but he can't get to it, and that's a big gain of 41. So here's Armani Rogers, this time scrambling out to the right side. He's going to pick up a block, and there's Jamal Scott getting straight laid out by the receiver. And wow, they move the ball inside the 5. So now in the 2nd and goal, we almost had him in the backfield, and somehow Lexington Thomas avoids the tackler and gets in for the touchdown. And just like that, it's a 4-point game. So here's Malik Roberson picking up a gain of 9 on the next possession as we move the ball closer into their territory. So now here's Trey Hartley getting the reception on the left side, and he's picking up a gain of 13 as we move closer to the 4th quarter. So now as time winds down in the 3rd, here's Montel Aaron running out to the right side and finding his tight end Josh Oliver, who they pretty much built some pretty good chemistry. I'd say Josh Oliver and Ty Cottrell probably will be leading our team in receiving come the end of the year. I don't think there's a question there. So now to start the 4th quarter, here's Ty Cottrell. Speaking of him, he gets open for 10 yards. So now here's 2nd and inches. Tyler Nevins getting in the game, and the sophomore running back picks up 8 on that one. So now 3rd and 10. Here, thrown out to the left side, 7 minutes left, and there is Bailey Gaither, Mr. Reliable. I love Bailey Gaither in this offense. He is just the perfect receiver on the outside. He doesn't drop passes when they're thrown to him, and he did actually drop one last game, but that was a deep pass. I don't really put too much weight into that because he has been reliable for most of the season. So now here's Rodgers throwing out to the right side, this time finding Kendall Keys, his best receiver there, for 13 yards. So now 6 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Here is Williams on the counter play, breaking a tackle and getting upfield. Charles Williams for 12 yards on that one. So now 1st and 10. Here's Armani Rodgers lobbing the ball out to the left side, and that is Keys again. He breaks a tackle and gets upfield, but he is tackled by Isaac Ncaa, as he's had 2 big plays so far on this drive. So now here is Lexington Thomas breaking a tackle from Jonathan Leonard, but getting hunted down that time by Tyson Parker, the sophomore outside linebacker who's expecting to see more playing time come next season. So now 3rd and 11. Armani Rodgers thrown out to the left side, and that's actually tipped and almost caught. That would have been tragic if that was caught, but luckily we get them to settle for the field goal. So now on this drive, we're looking to milk this clock all the way down as we have the 8-point lead. Here is Ty Cottrell on the sideline, keeping a foot in bounds, and that's a gain of 13. So now here's Montel Aaron running this clock down to about 2 seconds on the play clock, and here's Ty Cottrell only picking up 2 as we get faced with a 3rd and 9 now. So here is Montel Aaron from the shotgun, facing some pressure. He's going to get rid of it, and that's a clutch catch and a clutch throw from Bailey Gaither. Montel Aaron was taking the hit as he moves closer to 100 yards receiving in this one. So now all we have to do, run this ball and move this clock as we now get it to a 2nd and 4 this time. Running out to the right side this time, Montel Aaron. I didn't have any intentions on throwing this pass. I think this was run all the way. So now Montel Aaron on a 3rd and inches, giving the ball out to Malik Roberson, as that is a 1st down. So now they have 2 timeouts left. Here's Tyler Nevins up the middle, picking up 6 as they had to burn another one. So now they're down to 1 timeout. But here Tyler Nevins on the handoff up the middle, and they get the stop. So now they get it to a crucial 3rd and 6. Here's Montel Aaron running out to the middle, and that's going to be a stop from behind as they get him down to a 4th and inches. So this is the game. Lined up under center. Here's Montel Aaron handing the ball off to Roberson, and he picks up the 1st down. And that is going to be it as we hold on down the stretch. And this was a solid win on the road versus a very good UNLV team, as Malik Roberson does his thing running the ball. 17 carries, 89 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's definitely the best game that we've had from either running back so far this season. We have not had a 100-yard rusher so far, and that's kind of what we're going to be looking to going into recruiting come next year. And the custom recruit episode will be coming up in a couple of episodes, not yet, and I want to see what you guys submit for those. So this was a solid game, I would say. Passing the ball, we had a pretty good game. Bailey Gaither showed up. He had 92 yards receiving. On the defensive end, not too much happened on defense this game. It was just pretty much an all offensive game. They kind of run a boring offense, UNLV. They scramble a lot. They get a lot of 3 to 4 yard carries. Not too many big plays, but we did our thing in this game. I would say if I had to choose a player, Dakari Monroe actually had the best game defensively, and Roberson definitely had the best offensive game. But I think it's something to build off of, especially with moving Trey Webb over to that nickel corner position, and that's going to be a boost, especially since we're playing a lot of teams that do spread the ball out a little bit. UNLV does like to spread the ball out sometimes, but not really, so we didn't really get to see it in this game. But this was a solid win on the road, going up against a 2-loss team who pretty much has been killing so far in conference play. So we move back into the hunt with this win. Coming off of our loss versus Wyoming, this is a good bounce back game. So hit subscribe, hit that like button. We're coming with more San Jose State action, so you don't want to miss it. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.